What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another great episode. Hope you guys are doing well. We've got some different stuff today. Gonna switch it up a little bit. Also, as a disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything that I say. Don't believe anything that you see in these videos, but do your research. We've got a lot of smart people out there. We're all in this together. Do your research. And also, if you like my content, do me a favor, smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell, but mostly that like, so we can get this out there and make more people aware of it. Doesn't cost you a thing, takes a second to do, so I would really appreciate it. Now let's get on to the content.
The Simpsons predicted something really disturbing for 2024. In season 24, episode 9, Homer senses trouble and prepares a stocked bunker. Then, Springfield gets hit by a massive solar superstorm. No warning, just chaos. It shuts down everything. No electricity, no internet, total standstill. The show's take on this mirrors what might happen in real life. And now, not long ago, NASA has found a huge hole in the sun, spewing storms at an insane speed of 1.8 million miles per hour towards Earth. The last time we had a storm like this was way back in 1859, the Carrington event. Now, scientists think this 2024 storm could be 60 times stronger than that one, the most powerful ever. These storms could wreak havoc on Earth, think satellites, power grids, GPS, and worst-case scenario, even wiping out the internet and our tech permanently. Recovering from that might take decades. It's a ticking time bomb, and we might just be on the edge. But did you know that The Simpsons...
Mark Zuckerberg has built a $270 million bunker on an island in Hawaii. Here's what we know. So basically, Zuckerberg, the creator of Meta, started buying up land on the island of Kauai several years ago, and he recently began constructing a gigantic complex he called Koala Ranch. It's actually a 12-building, 5,000 square foot complex with 30 bedrooms and 30 bathrooms. There are also offices, gyms, swimming pools, a tennis court, and a sauna, for a total of $270 million. But what makes this building so particular? Actually, this immense complex hides a luxury bunker of about 500 square meters underground. Zuckerberg claims to have built it as a shelter in the event of a climatic catastrophe or apocalypse. The bunker is in fact equipped with water tanks and can generate electricity on its own. What's more, the construction project is secret. The site is in fact protected by some 20 cameras, and according to the British magazine The Wire, the builders working on it have signed a strict confidentiality contract forbidding them to talk to anyone about the project. A member of the construction company was actually fired for posting a photo of it on Snapchat, according to Wired. Zuckerberg is not the first to buy miles and miles of territory. In fact, more and more billionaires are buying up land in remote locations and constructing luxury complexes. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, for example, built 2 buildings on Florida's Indian Creek Island, which he purchased for $147 million. Anyway, what do you think about these bunkers? Comment under this video and follow me for more.
So what do you guys think about that? I mean, it's strange that there's 30 bathrooms. 30 bathrooms. Like, what's he planning to do? Trying to run Facebook, and Meta and all of this other stuff out of this bunker after this catastrophe hits? I don't get the 30 bathrooms part. I understand the bunker, but 30 bathrooms? That's a lot of bathrooms for a lot of people. So it seems like he's planning to, move a lot of people into that, but I just don't get the 30 bathrooms part. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments, but something is definitely going on that we need to be prepared for.
What he built on a $270 million bunker? What do he know that we don't know, Cat?
Kim Jong-un? What? I don't know what you don't know. Do you understand that people that are not very bright are in charge of nuclear bombs all across the country? Mm-hmm. That's what he knows. He knows that 30% of all weapons systems are running off regular Wi-Fi. So what does that mean? That means if a solar flare or a meteor hits either one of those, literally a bomb can go off just because the system accidentally got turned off. Yeah, that's what he knows. The people that are in power know that the people that are running the most complicated and deadliest things on the planet are just an average idiot. And you know lots of idiots.
I do.
Yep. And these people are not special. Back in the day they were.
Yeah.
Not today. Not today.
Mark Zuckerberg is building a residential complex on the Hawaiian island of Kauai. But what's not being told is that this area is home to one of the largest mantle plumes. That triggered the Hawaii wildfire of August 2023. Today, demand for bunkers exceeds supply. Everyone wants to survive global cyclical cataclysms. But why is the media silent about this? Why is there no talk about the fact that all people on Earth are in great danger? And that bunkers won't save us this time if we don't act. For detailed information about the real causes of climate change, the threat that is hanging over every human being right now, and what everyone can still do, check out the international online forum Global Crisis Responsibility.
Those candidates are phonies! You heard me! They're alien replicants from beyond the moon!
Yeah, right, pal.
Don't forget your stinking flag. Why won't anyone believe my crazy story? Oh!
My mom won't let me see the
The
movie 'cause she
Simpsons
thinks
predicted
science is
alien
gonna
invasion
scare
in
me.
the year 2024. They did it again. Again.
Tell you later. Riding all alone. Riding all alone.
Milhouse still isn't home. It's 2 in the morning.
Milhouse, where are you? Come on. Fixing his wall?
You're going crazy.
My friend's bike crashed here. Found his inhaler here. And over here is his final pea stage.
Milhouse is in another dimension. He can communicate with us by blinking these lights.
Admit it, our son is gone. So, I can tell I've been having an affair.
Not now, Milhouse. Mommy and Daddy are loud talking.
Why don't you go to your room, sweetie?
Hello? Is Lisa there? Milhouse? Milhouse is alive. He's in another dimension. Mine. Reach the parallel diamond via the sensory deprivation channel. Acquire some extraordinary power of mind. Milhouse! Okay, here's the secret. Just hold still and they can't see you. No, I forgot. We're not supposed to talk. Oh my god! It's a twisted version of reality. Better use my psychic powers.
My sweetie, Daddy's at work. Mr. Burns opened a portal to another dimension and released a lot of monsters.
Monster ain't Carl, but because Carl's inside and the monster's my friend.
Well, they won't bother us anymore. You kids are safe. We are trapped in this dimension forever. Who wants a piggyback ride? Well, there's one foot better. At least there's no stupid.
My mom won't let me.
We can always trust on The Simpsons to deliver and show us, a lot of predictions of, what's going to happen. So I'm always into The Simpsons when they're predicting things.
In the late 1800s, archaeologists around the world stumbled upon remarkable discoveries, the remnants of several crashed UFOs. The unearthed alien technology sparked a frenzy of experimentation, leading to numerous breakthroughs. However, fearing the potential repercussions, governments swiftly classified the projects under a top-secret umbrella called Project Icarus.
So does anyone believe in portals and in the possibility of traveling to different worlds or even different dimensions through portals? So did this man really travel to a different point on Earth, or a different planet, or even a different dimension? What do you believe?
Light can't really get through. You're not going to feel anything, you're not going to smell anything until the surface is literally clear. This portal becomes self-sustaining for you. Are you going to go through it? Taking samples of this water. It's unbelievable. It's so warm. It's almost like...
Strange thing is, all of that looked very realistic. And you know, I don't knock portals, you know, we have ley lines all across the planet, and that's why ancient civilizations chose to build things like the pyramids or the Stonehenge, all of these, you know, specific monuments they built on these ley lines, because they say that, I guess, the veil is thinner in that spot than anywhere else. So they have these all across the planet. You know, the ley lines intersect at different places all across the planet. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's real? I don't think it's real, but let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys think.
Come on, work. Fuck, come on, work.
I don't know what that was, but I do know the sound of absolute shock and panic. That's what I hear. I can't really tell what this is. Make up your own decision.
Pretty sure the aliens are coming in 2024. The pilot who captured this was flying at about 30,000 feet. They were flying a jetliner over top of Colombia. And so he got on his iPhone and he started recording it. When they captured it, they saw it out in the distance. They were like, what is that? When he zoomed in on the picture, that's what they saw. What is that? Not only that, but the bigwigs in the West are making super bunkers right now. Have you seen Zuckerberg's super bunker? It's massive. What are they getting ready for? What do they know that we don't?
Or exercising his body and mind. This is until last week, when his subscribers noticed something odd. This, for instance, is the first video where things start to get strange with Isaac's account.
Envision the shoulder press. 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 That's the movement. I saw something like that.
When I first watched this video, I was pretty sure that this man was somehow levitating using some sort of camera trick or maybe a rope. And I guess most people thought that too. His Instagram and TikTok followers were completely divided between, is this a camera trick, a green screen, or is it maybe real? This is when Isaac posted his second video in a different setting in his backyard. Check this out. However it is that Isaac is doing this, he left most of his viewers baffled. But still, there were people who thought he was using some sort of green screen or a special effect. Isaac then posted a third video in the grass, in the middle of his backyard, not touching any wall. Check this out.
Focus.
As Isaac posted more of these videos, it became stranger by the day. If it's a trick or not, no one knows how he's doing it. People all over the world were trying to do the same thing on TikTok and Instagram without any success. And to prove that he wasn't using any green screen, Isaac posted a fourth video showing his backyard. He also posted a couple of the methods that he's using to achieve this ability, the books that he's reading, the Tesla coil that he bought, and what he calls exercising the core energy every day. Whatever it is that's going on here, I'm pretty sure that it should be a trick, but no one has figured out how it is that he's pulling it. In his last video, we can see clearly he's not using any rope of any sort or green screen special effect. Check this out. How is it that Isaac is doing this? If it was supposed to be some sort of elaborate trick, there would be hundreds, thousands of people maybe doing the same thing on TikTok and Instagram, and this isn't the case. So what's going on here? Is this maybe the real deal? Is it some sort of glitch in the simulation, or is it some sort of superpower? What's your take?
So what do you guys think? Do you think he's really doing that? I personally think he's actually doing that. He's got a Tesla coil, the books that he's reading, the Kabbalion, The Strangest Secret, all of these things. I have those same books. If you've done the, what's it called? The Gateway Experiment, you know, I've done that to myself. You know, when you sync the left and right sides of your brain with different frequencies. So you've got it's like one in the 400s going one side, one in the 500s going in the other. And yeah, I think he's actually doing it. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think it's real. I think he's doing it. And the Tesla coil is another thing. You know, that is going to not only pull not only block out all of the bad frequencies out of his household and area, but also push in good healing frequencies. And I have something similar. It's not a Tesla coil, but it's something that pushes out frequencies. And it's a bit smaller than his, so it's more of a room by room thing. But when you sleep with it, you know, it's pushing out frequencies at these specific hertz. And you can do it for healing, healing your body. If you hold it in an area of your body where you're having issues, it heals you just by, you know, sending those frequencies through. So yeah, I think he's doing the real thing, and nobody's been able to disprove it. But it doesn't shock me. You know, I think he's, you know, gotten really good at, you know, what he's passionate about, and that says a lot. Let me preface this by saying I know I already showed a video of this, but this is one with somebody that's supposed to be a dock worker or works at the port, so I'm interested in hearing what he has to say. That's the only reason I'm playing a specific one.
I don't care if I get fired anymore. My name is Santiago Hernandez. I work at the ports of Long Beach, and things like this happen all the time. I'm done keeping my mouth shut. They always make us sign these legal disclosures not to say anything, but you know what? The public needs to know about this. Now, I don't know if there's portals that are in the ocean or they got other civilizations, but everything that comes out of there is weird or gigantic or something weird looking. But all these videos, man, it's real, guys. I'm not kidding when I say there's all kinds of creatures out there, or maybe the movies through Hollywood, they're trying to let us know or hint that there's other dimensions and they cross over sometimes. Now, I know I'm not the only one. If you're a driver out there or a port worker, you guys need to just spill the beans too. I can't be the only one that's been seeing these things, guys. All these people, come on, we all seen something and you know it. It's time to speak up. We're not going to get in trouble. I think the public needs to know already what's going on out here, man. Now, last year I saw a little planet-like ball come out, and the year before that there was a like gigantic dragon, fish-looking snake.
So the gigantic dragon fish-looking snake he's talking about is an oarfish, Oarfish, and they're usually deep down in the ocean. The only time that they come up is when they're dying, usually. And so and people might catch it as it's coming up when it's dying, but you know, if nobody catches it, it just goes back down. It's eaten up by all of the creatures in the ocean. But oarfish do get extremely large, and one of the main things about an oarfish is, you know, they're not harmless. They're very thin, but they're very long. You know, I think they're like, you know, 20 feet long, but they have this this red, I don't know what you would call it. It looks like a bit of hair coming out and going back. And that's how it looks. It comes out of the forehead and goes back. Look up oarfish. That's what he's talking about. He saw that looks like a dragon.
I don't know how to explain it. I got a video of that one. I'll play that one right after this one. But if you know any truck drivers that deliver to the ports, send this to them and ask them, hey, honestly, have you seen anything like this? Honestly. Honestly, just ask them, look at them dead in the eye, and you'll see that what's going on in there is if they can't look you dead in the eye when you ask them that, when they respond, if they can't look you in the eye, they've seen something too, and they're scared. Here's the other one that I saw. This is that giant snake-looking thing, but I've never seen or heard anything like this, and
that's an oarfish. That is, I haven't seen this video yet, so I didn't know they were going to show it, but yeah, that's an oarfish. I knew by the description what he was talking about, but that's definitely an oarfish.
It's too weird that the quote-unquote men in black show up, and all the Chinese people don't even want to have contact with us that day. They all just jump off the boat and they know the drill. They know to keep their mouths shut and go for a walk. It's a lunch break. Only high-class workers are allowed to work on these kind of things. That's when the ports are closed, and you see the 710 South, it's all jammed up. And the 405 traffic, it's all because of this. They know to shut things down. It's highly classified, guys. Maybe even the people talking about giants and flat earth or glitches in the matrix. Man, at this point, I don't know what could be true and what's not. It's wild out here, guys. If you've seen anything weird or had any UFO or skinwalker, Bigfoot encounters, man, let me know in the comments, because I'm curious to know if we're the only ones in Los Angeles, California seeing this. In ports of Long Beach, it can't be just us, guys. These people in China, man, I bet they've seen some stuff. I bet they've seen more than us. But just check this out and share with a friend and let me know, guys. I'll let you guys finish watching this. And as for me, I'm out of here, guys. I got to get back to work.
UFOs landing right now.
I'm sure you're thinking, why are we taking pictures of some stupid balloon floating? Well, it's not a balloon. As you can see, it stops, and it's under some sort of control. But let's go back to the beginning. Balloon. Not any craft I've ever seen or known that has any sort of capability. I doubt the military would be flying something so secretive over a area like this where it could be seen by other people. And that's the best 4K picture of an orb of some sort with no noticeable propulsion to it we've ever seen probably in human history. I've seen a lot of these. This video is actually 5 minutes long. I cut it down for TikTok. We've never seen anything like this.
Closest you're gonna get to a real picture of a UFO reported in Baja California by a 85-year-old woman who came outside of her house at 2:30 in the morning because she thought the cops were outside. Suddenly looked up into the sky and seen about 6 balls of fire floating on top of her house, separating each other by 15 feet apart, each flying saucer. These fireballs suddenly, eliminated all fire from around the craft, and she said she was able to see these vehicles. She had her cell phone on her. Remember guys, she's 85. She wasn't thinking of taking a video, so she snapped some pictures of these craft. I zoomed into the pictures, so some of them are pixelated, but as you guys can see, what looks like an extraterrestrial inside the middle window, if you guys look closely. Just amazing, guys. What do you guys think about this? Comment below.
Well, to see more.
My friend's over there, look! Can you see him?
Alright, it's time to go south. Go.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What I told you. Come here.
I'm telling y'all, Donald Trump is a Tartarian descendant. Take a look at his son, Barron Trump. And this is a year old, and it's just now going viral. He is 6'7" at the age of just 17. The Tartarian Empire is shrouded in mystery. Nobody really knows what happened to them. So some believe they could be thousands of years old. If not, they never even existed. But in this video, I'm going to show you proof that the Tartarian Empire actually did run much longer than anybody realized. And the theory that Trump actually does descend from the Tartarian Empire may not be so far-fetched after all. Let's start with this image that depicts the flags of all nations. It's allegedly a picture from an encyclopedia from 1865. You can see here, it even has a pirate's flag of nations. So, pirates were actually represented as a nation as late as 1865. And And what's odd is that's basically all I could find out about this image. There really isn't much information out there on it. It was authenticated as being from an encyclopedia from 1865. So it is valid, and it does represent the nations of the world. And if you haven't noticed why the internet has been buzzing about it, is take a look here. It has a flag representing the nation of Tartary. Well, I don't know about you, but I find it odd that a flag of nations picture actually depicts the flag of Tartary. If it didn't exist, or if it existed in a prior time, then why would they have it on an image representing 1865? And what's more odd is look what it's right next to. A flag of nations representing allegedly China. Now this flag is really a mystery. Yes, it says it represents China, but there isn't much information beyond that. It's very hard to find any information at all on this flag. Nobody knows exactly its origins, but I find it odd they set it up right next to Tartary. So if you take the time and go back to look up old maps of Tartaria or the Grand Tartary, it seems to cover almost all of Asia. There are many that believe the Tartarian Empire even spilled over to the United States and covered most of it at one time. This is where the world fairs come in. Many theorize that these world fairs that were held across the entirety of the United States. The United States had the most world fairs of any country in the world. Dozens of them, showing off new technologies such as moving sidewalks, light shows. This was back in the 1800s when it was just horse and buggy to get around. The buildings were ornate and beautiful. They looked like ancient Rome. The structures were colossal, some of them housing 300,000 people. As you can see behind me, the lights were absolutely amazing. And you're telling me they got all this power and they ran it from the Niagara Falls? I find that hard to believe. To me, they're utilizing another source of power, some sort of free wireless energy. So they had these world fairs and they brought in adult orphans to allegedly repopulate the country and showed them the capabilities of humankind. Many believe they had been here for hundreds, if not thousands of years from a previous civilization. Really, nobody knows what happened to them. It's almost as if they just vanished off the face of the planet. That's what's so peculiar about the flag of nations that was made in 1865, showing the Tartarian flag. Did Tartary exist up till 1865? And if so, where did they go? Why is there no remnants of their history? There's virtually nothing in the history books pertaining to them, and nobody's been taught anything about them. They're ghosts. And then the video I found on the internet that showed what I believe is the citizens of Tartary at the World Fairs or before the World Fairs. You can see here, this gentleman right here, standing next to him. That guy has got to be close to 7 feet tall. And then the one right below him, standing next to him. That gentleman is also close to 7 feet tall. These people are much taller than the average size male back then. In the 1800s, a closer look. This gentleman towers the other gentleman. I believe that is the normal sized gentleman, and he is a Tartarian. The video, I believe, depicts one of the last videos of the Tartarians. These gentlemen right here tower over everybody around them. And I can't find any type of military that have these same uniforms in history. Then take a look at this gentleman right here. Towers over the rest of the band. I believe they could be from Tartaria. This guy is a mammoth. Back in the 1800s, when people were supposedly not very tall. In the no history books whatsoever do they talk about a nation that has that colossal size, especially back then. They've always convinced us that people are taller than they've ever been, which simply isn't true. The question we should be asking ourselves is, why would they go to such extremes to keep a nation suppressed, along with their history? Because after the World Fairs, they demolished all of the beautiful buildings allegedly were built just for the World Fairs in a matter of years. It just seems suspect. Did these people have super advanced technology for the 1800s? And this technology included free energy for everyone? And my big question is, what happened to them? How did they just disappear off the map? Where did they go? Nevertheless, if you watch these people move and watch their gait, they seem very tall, especially this gentleman in the front. Look at that guy. Compared to the rest, he's a giant. His gait is similar to that of our boy, Baron Trump. This kid is a giant. He is huge. 6'7" at the age of 17. Where does that height come from? And it's funny because I've discussed this with my girlfriend. They say that in legend and lore from the outside worlds, sometimes people or descendants of ours come to our land to try and help influence us to be better, to reach for higher heights, lighten us, to help us become better versions of what we can be, to find our true destiny, and to act like humans are meant to act. Oftentimes, notable figures in our society are alleged to come from beyond the ice wall. They come back because they care about humanity. Because as humans, we are not meant to hate. We're not meant to be jealous. We're not meant to hurt each other. We're meant to love each other. A so-called white hat society that is for the good of the people and the good of this land. So what do you think? Could Trump be from outside the ice walls? Is it possible? Or could they be of Tartarian descendant? This is just me spitballing. You never know. It's hard to say. But it's crazy that his son is this tall. He is huge. And it's crazy because they've managed to keep it kind of a secret until now. It's starting to become more mainstream that he's so damn tall. And I've heard that he's kind and he's a gentle giant, very kind kid, and a good kid. So what do y'all think? Stay in the love, stay in the light. Be kind to others. I am out.
I don't know if you guys remember, but a while ago there was a Russian kid who claimed to have a past life on Mars. And basically he said that they blew themselves up by nuclear warfare. And the remaining civilizations either went underground or went to Earth and set up fucking the station, right? And then you start thinking about Nikola Tesla and his beliefs and ideas of Earth, what the cosmos are, and that it's not a physical object, but more as a realm. And these aliens that we think are aliens aren't really aliens, they're interdimensional beings traveling between realms. What? Makes me think of those Anunnaki. I don't know. So this first civilization was Sumerians out of Mesopotamia. Where's Mesopotamia? It's modern day Iraq, Iran, in that area. And you start to think about, where's all the fucking conflict? Where is all the conflict? Well, I mean, this goes back to biblical times. You think about religion and the manipulation of religion. You think about the fact that this entire system is ran on what? Money. What is the currency? Gold, motherfucker, and silver. Why would they need gold? These Anunnaki were apparently mining gold because our Earth is rich in gold because they had destroyed their atmosphere. Whoever these interdimensional beings are, wherever they came from, whether it's this alpha draconian, right, reptilian, or these greys from Sirius, Pleiadians, whoever, there is a intergalactic war that is going on over Earth between the good and the bad. You can't deny that there is some sort of spiritual war.
Animal protein is actually secondary plant protein. Carnivores get their proteins and nutrients from other animals, but herbivores get their proteins and nutrients from plants. And to blow your mind even more, plants get their proteins and nutrients from the sun. So the true primary source of energy is light, also frequency. Protein is proton, and nutrient is neutron. All you need is the biophotons directly from natural sunlight. Everything else is secondary or trinary versions of light. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed or transferred. There is no such thing as particles. The 12 cell salts that we're actually made up of are actually frequencies. They are hardened versions of the 12 zodiacal constellations. Light is low frequency matter and matter is high frequency light. You Einsteins have no clue what you're even talking about when it comes to energy and how it actually works. 369 is the key to the universe. Energy, frequency, and vibration. The strongest, biggest, longest living animals on Earth are vegan. Bulls, elephants, giraffes, gorillas, rhinos, and horses. They're completely plant-based. And by far the most powerful creatures on Earth. You're only in your mother's womb for 9 months out of the 12 months of the year. And those 3 months that you're not in your mother's womb are the minerals that you lack. And that's what you need to focus on. The only way you're going to get these minerals is by consuming plants. And this is for the main reason that acidic foods pull minerals out of you, making you mineral deficient. It creates acidosis in the body. It don't matter if you eat. Cows are a GMO product made by man. They share 80% of human DNA. Pigs didn't exist either. They're genetically modified hogs to remove their tusks and their hair for obvious reasons. The average age of a chicken is supposed to be between like 7 to 9 years, but the chickens you see on the shelf literally are fully grown by day 40, and then they're chopped up by day 50 so they can be shipped and sold in stores. These animals don't do any good for you whatsoever. When your body's alkaline, you produce enzymes that break down bacteria. Your body will thrive. When you eat things that are acidic and cause acidosis, such as any meat that you eat, literally shuts down these enzymes, and then bacteria builds up in the lymphatic system. You get sick. You'll never be sick on an alkaline diet. You'll never get a disease, and you will live so much longer than you would if you were eating a carnivore way of living. I'm not here trying to, if you want to eat meat, you do it. But I'm telling you right now, there's a reason why there's an agenda for you to eat meat. On the television, have some more steak, have some more eggs, have some more cheese. Next commercial, are you not feeling well? Take this one pill to be the best version of yourself. Side effects might be internal bleeding, nausea, diarrhea, all that yada yada, and so on and so forth. The only thing you need is minerals. Minerals, everybody is mineral deficient. That's why when you go to the store, everything is itemized, but it's synthetic. And the synthetic stuff doesn't know how to exit your body, so it binds to oxygen and light minerals and strips you of them, making you deficient. They're catching you left and right.
So, I'm just gonna go ahead and comment. A lot of what he said is right. They're not ripping the tusks off of pigs. Pigs are the one animal in the world that go feral faster than anything else. A nice, pretty pink pig on a farm can, break out of that farm and within less than a week can actually completely transform. The hair turns black, the nose starts to protrude, tusks start to form, and then when you put them back onto a farm, all of that goes back in. So pigs are the one animal that can go feral faster than anything else. Nobody's pulling tusks out of pigs and making new pigs. It's not how it works. There's too many pigs. There's an overpopulation of pigs in most areas. So no, nobody's doing that. And as far as the diet, yeah, that's true about your body being alkaline. But there's also scientific data about going on the lion's diet or the all meat diet, which I personally did, and I've seen these benefits. It's not, I don't know why these millennials act like they act like herbivores eating plants, and then plants get their protein from sun through photosynthesis. Of course they get their protein through photosynthesis. Where else would they get it? This is not new. None of this is new. So I'm not understanding why people are all excited and, God, I don't know why they're just so excited. Did you know plants get their proteins from the sun through photosynthesis? Fuck yeah, where else would they get it? You can hear them. I used to have 50 plants in my house, and every morning when I open the blinds at 5:30, the sun's rising. You can hear them all start to move towards where the sun rays are coming into the house. They will all move. And I used to sit there with my tea and just in the middle of them and just listen and watch them slowly move. You can hear it when your house is quiet, And I don't know why they're acting like this is a new thing. But there's also a lot of great data on the Lion's diet, and I've tried this along with someone else close to me, to where we only ate meat. And so and not bad meat. This is all, you know, no antibiotic, no GMO, no bad stuff. And we would only eat pretty much steak and eggs. That was pretty much our diet. And there's doctors out there that also do this diet, and there's a lot of people out there that are born with genetic predispositions to where they can't eat a lot of this stuff. They can't eat a lot of these alkaline foods because it's messing up their bodies because of some, you know, condition that they were born with. So there's doctors that, you know, are actually on the Lion's diet. The Lion's diet is where you don't eat anything but meat and every now and then eggs. So that's what I did. I tried it out and I had more energy. I felt great. I didn't realize how much meat I could actually eat because I'm not buying, you know, cheap cuts of meat. I'm buying real nice meat that cooks well, tastes good, and cutting it into slices, and it was great, you know. I never had to worry about what I was going to eat the next day because I had just made, you know, 5-6 pounds of, you know, ribeye or something. But, you know, I could, between me and someone else, we'd go through that 5 or 6 pounds in a day, and that became very expensive. That's why I stopped, because a lot of these people that do this diet, they'll go to McDonald's and buy a Whopper and then with nothing on it, and then just take the patties. You know, they don't even cook. A lot of people will just go get a burger from a fast food place or get 5 burgers and just take all the patties and eat those. And that's how they get their food. And that's fine if that's the route you want to go. I don't eat fast food. I haven't. I've rarely eaten it ever in my life. So that's fine if that's the route you want to take. But I'm not getting where, you know, like this comment, 100% brother, you're wrong. Of course he is. This is science. This is not anything new. Plants get their protein and everything from photosynthesis, you know, and herbivores eat the plants, so they get their protein from the plants. This is not anything new. I don't know why people are all hyped up like, did you know it comes from the sun? It's light, it's photons. That's why it's called photosynthesis. I don't get why this is such a big thing. Like, did you just wake up? You look like a grown man. You look like an adult. Did you not take 3rd grade biology? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just being a dick. But I don't understand why this is just mind blown that plants get their protein from the sun. Where the fuck else would they get it from? Idiots.
Hi, my name is Grant, and this is a 1998 Ford Explorer Sport. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ford's Explorer line, but they have a reputation of being horrible gas guzzlers. And I can actually attest to that. I did the mileage tests on my truck and found out that I was getting 13.6 miles per gallon highway, which as far as I'm concerned is absolutely unacceptable. Last year alone, I spent $11.4 bajillion on gasoline. Okay, I made that number up, but it sure felt like it. Well, I did something about it, and now I'm getting 56% better gas mileage, which translates to 56% savings in my pocket at the gas pump. How did I do it? My truck is now a water hybrid. Check this out. Well, technically, it's a hydrogen on demand hybrid. What we have here is distilled water with 1 teaspoon of baking soda used as a catalyst. We tickle that water with 12 volts of electricity, and what it does is it separates the hydrogen from the oxygen. That gas is then sent into the combustion chamber, where I was formerly getting a 30% burn. That's right, in all of your gas vehicles, you only get a 30% fuel burn, which translates to 70% of your fuel, of your gas, comes out of your tailpipe. Now, however, I'm getting a 100% burn in my combustion chamber, which means a few benefits. Number one, after a couple hours of running hydrogen, it had blown years of deposits out of my engine. My engine actually idles so quietly in city traffic I can't even hear it. My torque increased, my horsepower increased.
So this isn't anything new. There's forklifts at Walmart. There's forklifts at Walmart that actually use hydrogen power. Toyota's got a couple of cars that actually does this. There's lots of vehicles that actually do this, and I have the schematics for doing this. There was somebody on YouTube who covered his face, and he put this same method on a motorcycle and in a car, and with 1 liter of water, he was able to go 600 miles, which was very impressive. In the car, he went further. He was able to go further with the motorcycle. This isn't anything new. I'll show some more on this, but it's definitely. I've personally thought about building this for one of my vehicles just to, not have to buy gas. But it's this guy here. He made it public, and he was never seen again. So, nobody knows what happened to him, but made this a long time ago, and I don't think that they were using this tech back then. So who knows?
Yeah, you're 100% right. This is fueled by hydrogen, and let me tell you some things about this that make that a little bit weird. This is where you'll put the hydrogen inside the car, and you don't pay per gallon, you actually pay per mass, so per kilogram. The tanks on this car can take 5.6 kilograms, and currently the cost per kilogram is $16.72. That means to fill this thing up is actually going to cost you around $94 for a full tank. You combine it with the fact that this car gives you 400 miles on a single tank and takes 5 minutes to fill up. That puts you at an average cost per mile of around 23 cents, whereas a Honda Accord or a Camry will cost around 12 cents. You think that's a bad thing? Toyota actually gives you $15,000 to spend over 3 years on hydrogen for this car alone. If that average person drives around 12,000 miles per year, you're only going to really spend at most $9,000 in 3 years. So you basically can drive this car without paying a single dime in.
What more proof do you need that my car runs on water?
Okay, everybody's asking the same thing all the time. Water spigot attached to my house. Directly into the tank. It has antifreeze in it because it's cold and I don't want the water to freeze or else it'll be an issue. That's the reason for the color. Top her off. Try and not spray the inside of the car too much.
Sorry for pausing. I don't think this car runs on hydrogen. This is a CTSV. That looks like a water cooler, intercooler. It's supercharged. Race cars, I build engines, engineer. What it looks like to me.
Drain. Return.
And you would not have antifreeze going through your fuel lines.
Feed. The drain. Drains out antifreeze and water. No fuel rails attached to the car. This box, I'm not giving out free information, so this stays completely under wraps for now. The lines go back underneath the car like I've shown in my other videos. And the car runs. Fuel lines still disconnected.
That is 1000% supercharger you hear. That's the pulleys from the supercharger spinning up. That is a supercharger. That's an LS3 or it's an LSA. It's LS3 with a supercharger on the top. CTSV, I'm very familiar. I've built a few of those motors. Still got one in storage. It's not hydrogen powered. So this is what you have to look out for, because people are trying to fool you, but nobody in their right mind would put antifreeze in their fuel cell, whether their fuel was hydrogen or gas or what have you. Nobody would put antifreeze in there. So the reason he's got that in the trunk, and I've had a smaller one like that, and then I've had a CO2 or a nitrous one on the front. which is called a NOS fogger, to where, you know, I press a button and it sprays and immediately chills and freezes my intercooler before a race. So that's all this is. It's cooling his intercooler. It is not hydrogen powered whatsoever. So be on the lookout for things like this. So here's a Toyota Mirage we'll look at, and you'll see, you know, some of the pros and cons about hydrogen cars.
Behind me is a hydrogen-powered Toyota Mirai, and this car makes 0 sense. To be fair, hydrogen cars are much cleaner than gas or electric cars, but that's the only positive. The issue is the packaging. This is exactly the same size as a BMW 5 Series, but with none of the benefits. This has 3 giant hydrogen tanks. The biggest one lives right under here, and it takes up a third of your front seat space. But if you think that's bad, wait until you see the back seat. The reason it's so tight is because your second largest hydrogen tank is under these rear seats. Your third tank is underneath here, so unlike an EV, you don't get extra space. In an EV, you get a front trunk. In this, you get your fuel cell stack. So yes, this only takes 3 to 5 minutes to fill up, but sometimes this gets so cold that it'll freeze, and you gotta wait 3 to 5 minutes for it to thaw. It also makes 182 horsepower, so it's slow. Behind me.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the hydrogen cars versus the EVs? Do any of you own an EV? Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious. I've driven a few EVs. I've driven the Tesla Plaid. I've driven a few other Teslas. I've driven the Mustang SUV, and you know, I'm just not a big fan of EVs. I know it's better for the planet, but you know, we have plenty of oil, and you know, I enjoy, you know, gas powered vehicles. Where I don't like being silent. You know, that's terrifying, especially since I ride motorcycles. You know, you hear the term loud pipes save lives, so we like our pipes loud, and we have a lot of lights so people can see us and hear us before they see us. And I've seen people riding on EV bikes, and you know, all you hear is this kind of whine, is, you know, when they get on it. But other vehicles on the road can't hear them, and they're not looking out for them, and it's just it would terrify me, because people are not going to hear you, they're not going to see you, and they already, you know, damn near unalive you on a daily basis when you ride. So you know, in those, it would be a similar experience, in my opinion. But everybody's, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion on it. Now, this one right here, I just wanted to put up as my last video. This is the absolute most badass hydrogen vehicle I have ever seen. So, I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys. This thing is fucking awesome.
Check this out, guys. Look at that! What? This is all water vapor because this car runs on hydrogen. This is an air blade that wraps around the car and it actually moves back up again. That's for better aerodynamics. Ready? We're gonna open her up and go. What? Have you ever seen a car like this in your life?
That thing is sick. That thing is absolutely insane. Alright, well, so that's the end of that one. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, shoot me some comments, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.